Welcome to Salina's World. I'm Salina. Today we are going to make the most easiest strawberry jam you can make. What you'll need is some frozen strawberries, a 4-pound bag of frozen strawberries. You'll need 5 tablespoons of lemon juice and 3.5 cups of regular sugar. You can use any kind of sugar that you really want. I just use the regular white sugar I buy from the grocery store. Okay? First of all, what makes this simple is you put it all in the pot all at once. I gotta cut this open here. You just put it all in the pot at once and bring it to a boil while you're stirring it and until it's nice and thick. The lemon and the sugar is what makes the pectin in this recipe. You don't need any extra pectin because the lemon and the sugar will make the pectin and make this nice and thick. So you put your sugar in. And your 5 tablespoons. Let's see here. Find my tablespoons here. Your 5 tablespoons of lemon juice. Use 5 to 6. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, I'll do 1.5. Okay? Turn your heat on to high. And you just stir this up until it's all nice and boily. Just try to keep it stirred so it don't burn on the bottom. Now we are using frozen, so it will take a little bit of time to get it all dissolved. Once it starts to boil, I'll tell you what to do after that. Okay, I'm going to bring this down to a simmer to get that all stirred in, and I'll bring you back when it's ready to show you the next step. Okay, so far right now, it's just still melting down and thawing out the strawberries. But as it thaws out, it will make the juice. Just keep stirring every now and then to make sure that nothing is sticking to the bottom. Well, I do it with it being frozen strawberries is I take and just kind of smash them down a little bit. That helps break them up. This can take quite a while to melt down. You just keep stirring it. You don't have to stand over it too whole of a lot. Just make sure you come back and stir it every few minutes to make sure it's not sticking. Okay? And I'll bring you back. Okay. I'm back now. The strawberry mixture is pretty well boiling now. We're going to need to just stir this real good and bring the heat down to low and let this simmer uncovered. Now I covered it to bring all the strawberries, because they were frozen. I covered it up and just stirred every now and then, checking on it to make sure it wasn't burning until it started to boil. Once it starts boiling, you uncover it, bring it to low, stir it real good, and let it simmer on low for about 35 to 45 minutes, or until it reaches 215 to 220 Fahrenheit with the candy thermometer. Okay? When that comes to that temperature, I'll bring you back and show you the next step. Okay, y'all, it's been about 45 minutes. I'm back, and we're going to test this to see if it's ready to jar up. It's been boiling for about 45 minutes. I'm going to stir it real good. It's right at, I'd say about 110 right now. It might have to go a little bit longer. So let's test this. What you do is you take a little bit and you put it on a plate like this. And if it separates and don't go back together, then it's ready. It's still a little runny. It needs a little bit longer. So I'll give it probably about another 10 minutes or so, and it should be about ready then, okay? I'll bring you back when it's that time. Okay, y'all, it looks like it's about ready. So, let's stir it real good. Turn it off. Now, I've been boiling the jars in my canner. So it'd be nice and hot. Okay? Gonna bring these jars up, and we're gonna fill each jar. I gotta get some vinegar. Just a moment, please. We need the vinegar to clean off the rims of the jars to make sure that there's nothing on the rims keeping from the seal to seal properly. We're going to bring these jars out. Okay. Now, first of all, I'm going to take my merger, and I'm going to immerse some of this to make some of the strawberries a little smaller. I don't want them completely gone. I just like little chunks. Some people like bigger chunks. Some people like smaller. I like the smaller. So I'm going to blend some of these. During the cooking process, a lot of them cook down. Let's make sure that got enough here. They're not too big and they're not too small. That looks pretty good. Good little chunks there. Now throughout the cooking, I've been taking my ladle and skimming off the foam that was on it. Gonna take my jar lifter Empty out a jar here. I'm going to set 2 jars out at a time.
Are you cool with that? No comment. All right. Well, we have found the location for the fence. Thank you to CJ and Moo in the right direction. No, don't come over here.
Now I am using the 8-ounce jars just because I don't have any small jars left. Now the 4-ounce jars. Okay. Need my little funnel.
We have hammers, staples, and I'll tell you guys right now, there's no way we're going to do this.
And I'm going to funnel in to about a 1/2 inch headspace.
All that we can possibly think of, but I promise you that's why people, a lot of folks think they would love this kind of a lifestyle, and it's neat. Some things about this life is neat. This is the kind of days where you are like, wow. This separates the men from the boys, man. Nothing. So this is what's going on.
Okay. Show you what that looks like.
We call this a sloop. I'm not sure what folks are
Don't that look so delicious? We're going to put a lid on that.
Where it stays wet pretty much year round. And every time the river comes up, we're getting good rain.
A little bit of vinegar
Water. And that keeps us
on your paper towel
pretty much always submerged.
and go around your lid. Okay? Then take one of your lids here and put it on finger tight. No more than that. Okay? And I put it back in the canner to keep them warm. Take another jar out. As you put one in, take one out.
So someone's trying to patch it up before. That's an old cattle panel, which are really handy. But I'll tell you what, the Russian water is right over. Alright, so without taking up too much more of Jane's
And
time,
fill the next jar.
I'm lucky to have her help along with this. Don't hurt your back, baby. Alright, so I'm also unloading the T-post. Now what we're going to do, we've talked about it already. We're going to, instead of using this exact same fence line, we're going to actually go around the outside of the slough. The rope is break steel.
Okay?
You just broke steel. That would be here's a bust.
In the next jar.
That would keep them all the way off the spot. They can get along here and push along this fence line. Like I say, with muddy ground, it's not stay muddy. These cows, they kind of push and wobble on it. The Tex and the bulls start fighting along through here. Then it doesn't take much for the post to break off like they've done. So what we're going to do is go around the slough, starting over on the hill, and just coming
Whoa. Looks like I'm only going to get 3 jars. Wow.
You ready?
Got a little bit left over in there. Couple lids. Set to the side real quick. And wipe. Make sure you wipe the rims nice and clean because you don't want any of that sugar or strawberry compromising the rims. It won't seal properly. Okay. Put them back in. And with this last bit, it's not going to make a whole jar. I get a small bowl out, and I'll just pour it in this bowl and stick it in the refrigerator. And we'll use that pretty much immediately. And get a spatula out. I don't want to waste any of this deliciousness. Scrape out as much as you can. And this we'll just use immediately. The rest we'll put out on our shelves after we're done canning it. See, all gone. Now we'll take these that we put in the jars. I'll leave the other jars because I don't want them to fall over when they're boiling. Make sure this water is about 2 inches above the jars. Put the lid back on and turn this on high. When that starts boiling at a rapid boil, then we'll set the timer for 10 minutes. Okay? After that 10 minutes is up, I'll bring you back and show you what we do after that. Okay, all 10 minutes is up, and we can take it out of the counter. So I'm going to turn it off, let it sit for a minute, let it stop boiling for a minute, because I don't want to open this up and it boil on me. That can be hot and it can hurt. Okay, when you open it up, make sure you open it away from you so you don't get that nice hot facial. I'm not ready for one of those right now. Put your lid to the side. And bring out your cans, jars. Don't tip them to the side. That water will evaporate. I just do just a little bit. Now we'll let these sit on the counter overnight for at least 12 hours. And I'll put them on my shelves for a later date to be used. And that's all there is to it. Simple and easy. Just a 4-pound bag of frozen strawberries, 3.5 cups of sugar, and 5 to 6 tablespoons of lemon juice. Let that boil down to about 45 minutes to an hour, and it makes pretty good jelly. It's delicious, I tell you. If you like this and want to see more, please like and subscribe and hit that notification bell to get more videos. Thank you and have a great day. Bye.